All right, hey everybody. Back here again, and so I've got a little bit of something new. I've been working on a project called Ashlight Survival with Treehouse Gaming, as I am an intern with them now, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been spending a good amount of time, and I'll probably be posting something new about every week about it, or other projects I may work with Treehouse Gaming. Um, so without any further ado, let's take a look at what we got here. As you can see, I got some of the stuff covered up. I can't show a lot of the information just because I'm not allowed to show scripts or whatnot. But I can show you what I have been working on. So the first thing we're going to look at is the camera system that I've implemented for our player character. This is actually a character that I've created myself. I ended up creating him from scratch because the original player character they had from prior iterations was not quite working how he needed it to. So I created this one. There's a lot of things that are very similar to the original as well, though. But I did throw a few new scripts on there. So let's take a look at the camera here. Gotta start up the project. Takes a little bit. A lot of information that has to go through. The scene it's in right now is actually a test scene I have. It's not indicative of what the actual game will look like. The actual game will be very different because it takes place in a foreign realm, not even remotely human. So anyways, as you can see here, we got the player character able to look around. When you're in the third person mode, you are actually locked into where you're looking at. So you can't use it to cheat to go out really far back and kind of look over the hills or whatnot. So you're kind of locked into your position on there. And then the other mode is going to be first person. This is where you can look up and down and around. Um, this will allow you to kind of just take a look around at your world and see how things are spiffy. See, there's a kind of a weird looking little, here we go, weird looking planet here. But yeah, the terrains are procedurally generated, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so let's take a look at what else we got here. Well, while we're here, we'll show you the U-Nature collision system. And basically what it is, all these trees here, the further away they are, will be billboarded to save resources. Unfortunately, what this usually does is make it so that you can't interact with them. Kind of a big issue, right? Well, we have a system here with U-Nature, which allows us to have anything that's close by to be interacted with. Let's find a good tree here. Run on over here. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and hit it a couple times here. Obviously, there's a lot to do with the animation still. Let's see here. It's kind of aggravating. I can't get my cursor to stay on the screen here. Yep. And see, once you hit it enough and do enough mining, the trees will actually pop out and begin to fall over. The eventual idea is that they will fall all the way to the ground, and we'll be able to harvest those trees. But so yeah, every tree that's nearby within a certain radius around the character will be turned into a prefab that you can then harvest for wood. Kind of a spiffy little system they're going. Oh, another thing is I have a gender swapping script for the main character right now. You can see he's a male with just all this here. Currently we just have it set to P, but the idea is that it will actually turn off all of the males stuff and put all the female stuff on. So you can see we got the female character here. And then hit it again, it'll go back to the male with all of his equipment. And so this is it's built onto the same player character model actually. You can take a look at it here. So you see here the female's activated and the male is disabled. So when I hit, come back here. When I hit P, it'll switch over to the other one. And then as you can see, all the equipment is attached here. What we have is all the equipment will always be attached, and then you just turn on and off as necessary for whatever the character's got in his inventory. Let's see here. No, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Another thing that I worked on was changing the old character to the new character. I actually changed it so that you can make the body invisible while the arms remain, so that when you're in first person view, you can see your hands sticking up in front of you still. Just to give you an idea, here's a male base body. So I have it separated into the arms and the body. And if we go ahead and do this, now the body is gone. Obviously, we'll have to disable the view of the items as well, but the items will still take effect. But that leaves the arms here so that the player can still see those while he's in first-person view. When it goes out to third-person view, it will turn the body back on so you can see him again. And as you can also see here, the character is separated into two different systems under one object. Now the other, actually going to go ahead and close this. As you can see, the camera was very smooth, very solid, always in front of you, not moving. Another problem that we had with the prior player prefab was that the camera was bobbing everywhere, and it was incredibly frustrating. Also, I had way too many cameras on it. As you can see, there's 3 different cameras all set up here. So, let's see here. Oh, of course, now it works just dandy. Cute. Well, normally, when you would look around, if you were just standing there, the camera was just moving around everywhere. It was kind of frustrating. I think that's actually under, okay, it's under a different character model that they have. This is not the one that they were using. Let's go ahead and throw the other one in there just so we have something to look at. Go ahead and close, get rid of you. And throw that one in there. I think this is the one that they were using. Go ahead and start them up. So yeah, here you see I'm not moving the mouse at all and the camera's going all over the place. You hit control to go into a crouch and your character kind of forces his head down. It's a little bit frustrating. So we changed that so that the head wouldn't do that anymore. Because, well, honestly, that's just stupid. Everybody wants to be able to shoot if they have a gun. And unfortunately, if your head's moving all over the place, you're not going to be able to get a proper fire off. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As you heard, there was some running footstep sounds as you're running. That's actually a separate script that controls all that. And other than that, that's about all I've been able to work on right now. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's been a very intensive project. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you when I got more information. Thank you much.